Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day, and today I had a lot of fun doing this illustration. I decided to not do any actual pen line work with this one. I did do, I can't say none whatsoever, because I did do very little to just kind of highlight some of the darker areas of the face. But as you'll see throughout this video, that I do save that for actually last, after most of the coloring is completed. And I kind of just highlight the darker points, like the eyelashes and parts of the eyes, the nostrils, and then of course like the corners of the mouth, and outlining the mouth to kind of give it more shape, I should say. And but yeah, I love making this one. I think the design came out really cute. I had previously drawn a piece similar to this just as a sketch, and heavily used that as inspiration to kind of recreate and do this completed illustration, not just a sketch. So I'm happy with how it came out. I decided to kind of go with a pastel sort of approach with it. Originally, I was gonna do like a pastel pink for the t-shirt, but I decided that because of her skin tone being a little more on the pinkish kind of side, that I wanted to contrast against that. So I decided to do like a green, or like a pastel-y type of green t-shirt, purple hair, and blue jeans. And it was one of those where what I tend to do when I'm trying to pick out colors as I'm going, rather than having like a preset of colors picked out, is I tend to kind of grab some of those colors, mark them down on the paper, see how I like them, see if that's what I want to go with, and then set them next to my sketchbook or set them within the area so that I know which ones to kind of grab and go for. And in all honesty, the purple hair was kind of a last minute thing. I was debating like making her just like a natural hair color, like a brunette or a redhead. But in all reality, I decided, since I had kind of this whole pastel type theme going along, that I would give her like this pastel purple hair and have fun with it. And I think it came out really cute. I think the pastel hair kind of rounded out the whole image, rather than like if I were to have done more of a natural hair color. I think it still would have been really cute. I just don't think it would have been exactly what I was going for, if that makes sense. So the biggest thing that I tried to stick with this was trying to kind of keep somewhat soft lines, not doing the real heavy lines. So I took, for the blue jeans, I took a blue coal erase pencil that I have had for forever. I just don't use it quite as often because I kind of prefer the rose or the pink color, or even the Tuscan red when I'm not completely out of Tuscan red. And I decided to basically use that to outline the jeans and kind of give it a little bit more of a solid line. And as I colored it, it softened up the heavy lines, but it worked in my favor. Like, that's kind of what I wanted. And in order to kind of crisp out some of the lines that I wanted to be sharper, I just, after the color had dried, went right back over it with the colored pencil in those lines, in those particular places. And I did the same thing actually with the t-shirt. I knew I wanted it to be green, and didn't realize, but I knew I had it somewhere. I just didn't realize or know for sure if I still had it, in all honesty. But I actually had a green coal erase color pencil, and I honestly knew it was never used because I had to completely like sharpen it. It was not even sharpened. There was no pencil tip. It was just like fresh out of the box, sitting in my little pencil container. So I decided to outline the t-shirt using that. And I will say this, the only thing that I'm kind of I was a little off on was the shading of the t-shirt at first. I feel like when I first laid it, I found the shadows to be a bit darker than I had wanted to, but and that's kind of the tricky thing with Copics from time to time, or even alcohol markers in general, is sometimes the color will lighten as it dries, and well, I should say most of the time, but especially with this in particular, like the shadow, when I laid it, I was like, man, that's more than I wanted it to. But as it actually dried and came together, I was actually very happy with the outcome and the way that it looked, because it wasn't too dark and kept that nice kind of pastel-y tone while also giving some nice shading to it. Obviously, it's not like a full pastel because pastels to me are a lot softer than some of the colors, but all the same, I love the way that this one came out. I actually think this is a favorite of mine from art for a while, in all honesty. I love the way it came out and the way that it looked. So I purposely did the hair with no line work or anything, and then once I had gotten the color down, I decided that I would go through and use my purple Kohl erase pencil and kind of just add a little bit of highlights in there, add a little bit of, well, not highlights, line work in there to kind of give a little more flow to the hair itself. And I think it came out great. I personally am a fan of this one. I had a lot of fun doing this one. It's kind of cute and quirky. Obviously the shoes are somewhat terrible, but I wasn't mad at it either. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed this illustration. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I have also a question. What is your guys' favorite, like, pencils to sketch with? Do you guys use mechanical? Do you use Kohl erase also? Do you use just like normal HB pencils or number 2 pencils? Let me know. Like, I'd love to hear from you guys. But as always, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like. It always helps, and I super appreciate it. Stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.